Welcome, FX Nation Live members. It is Wednesday, June 4th, 2008. This is DC here live in the trading room. Let's get started with your Euro USD. This thing came tumbling down on the news yesterday, but it did get stuck at support right around 54.10. You can see the bottom of that range right here along this weekly S1 pivot. I think that level is still going to hold. 5400 is your double zero level, and then we have this weekly S1 pivot, which you can barely see here peeking up this red line right here, and you can see that price got caught along that line. Now, also for momentum traders, look for a break above the 5500 level going long. This pair is currently trading exactly in between those support and resistance levels at 54.50. So look for it to retrace back down into the 5400 level, or look for it to break up above the 5500 level. Either way going long. We're going to officially call it a long at 1.5400 to 10. Profit targets up at 54.70 and 5500. Okay, we move on to the USD CHF. Now this thing flew up on the Fed's comments today, but quickly came back down, and it's slightly trading below the main monthly pivot around 104.21. Now, the reason I like this area, of course, because it's a main monthly pivot, but also because on the news this thing shot up and then quickly came right back down underneath that level. So that's pretty significant. So I think the resistance is 0400 to 0420, right where we're currently trading. We have the main monthly pivot up at 104.20, plus 104 is a double zero level, and we may get a nice fade off of that area going down from here. There's also a 382 fib level on the daily chart from December 21st, and also a 50% fib level on the 240-minute chart from May 14th of 08, just a few days ago, adding to the resistance at this point. So I think we're going to call it a short at 1.0400 to 20. Profit targets down at 1.0340 and 1.0300. Okay, the GBP USD, we're going to look at the 240-minute chart because I think this picture really tells the tale of what we're looking at here. And what we're looking at is a break from this 9600 level. You can see we have a crunch channel forming right down here near the bottom. We're looking for a momentum break off of that level, so maybe put your sell order here at 95.90. So as it comes down through that level, it catches your order, and then you head down with momentum. A little bit different than what we normally do. We're starting to mix in some momentum trades. Now, some may argue, some double zero fade traders may argue, and they have a valid case, that it may fade from 9600 and start heading up. But I like the trade in the direction of the overall downtrend here as this thing breaks from momentum. Plus, the 550 has crossed down on the daily chart, which is pretty powerful as well. So you can see all these read and react strategies working, so make sure you get June's. But the June read and react called the perfect trade is available now. But that's what we're looking at on the GBP USD. We'll call it a short coming through 95.90. Profit targets down to 95.30 and 9500. All right, let's finish up with the USD JPY. This thing is now trading above the main monthly pivot, which was around 104.62. So we need to look higher for a solid resistance level. I think that zone is probably going to be up in the 106.48 to 106.66 area, which is quite a ways away from where we're trading at currently at 105.15. What we have going on there is we have the R1 monthly pivot and also the R1 weekly pivot, and then we have the daily R2 pivot in that area as well. So between that 18 pip zone, we have all three pivots: R1 monthly, R1 weekly, R2 daily. So that should be good resistance, but we're a long ways away. We may not hit it. So let's call it a short at 106.48 to 66. Profit targets down at 106 and 105.85. Let's recap this thing for you. Euro USD long at 1.5400 to 10. Profit targets at 1.5470 to 1.5500. USD CHF short at 1.0400 to 20. Profit targets down at 1.0340 and 1.0300. GBP USD short at 1.9590. Profit targets down to 1.9530 and 1.9500. USD JPY short at 106.48 to 66. Profit targets at 106 and 105.85. So that is going to wrap it up for your Wednesday, June 4th, 2008. You can get all these levels in the community blog and also get that June read and react called the perfect trade. It'll be gone when June ends. Go to education and training. First product you'll see is the read and react. Let's make some money. We'll see you tomorrow on FX Nation Live.